Greetings, everyone. Today, United States of Africa are not able to publish content in the United States of Africa because Facebook disabled my account after posting information in one of the groups that I'm a member of, but I don't own the groups. So it means that Facebook has adjusted its algorithms so that whenever I post any content outside the groups that I own, they make sure that they automatically disable my account. So this is nothing to do with community standards violations. It's just about the system of operation that they are utilizing the technology to continue oppressing Black voices, and at the same time to continue undermining Pan-Africanism. The only statement that I published on one of the groups was about African unity. I published the statement by Kwame Nkrumah saying, "We must unite now or perish." And this is a statement that Facebook has used to unpublish my account. And this is in spite of the fact that United States of Africa, I created it in 2016 and it has more than 316,000 followers. I don't know if I'm supposed to be angry or what, but what is happening with Facebook is something that needs to be condemned internationally, because this system that they're using to suppress Black voices can no longer be ignored. You can actually imagine that even after verifying my account several times, they asked me to send my ID. I sent my ID, but still they are continuing to suppress me, and even whenever I publish any Pan-African content, they say it's a community standards violation because Facebook has been created based on the standards of white supremacy. If we Africans publish content speaking about African issues, then they immediately unpublish our pages. They disable our account. United States of Africa made a firm statement rebuking Trump's remarks that were advising Egypt to bomb the Grand Renaissance Dam. These kind of remarks are not worthy to come out of the so-called world leader. Trump has used his power to continue suppressing Black voices and to continue undermining the sovereignty of African countries and fueling conflict in Africa. So therefore, we strongly condemn these remarks by President Trump, and we call upon Africans in Africa and Africans in the diaspora to come in solidarity with Ethiopia and support the right to utilize their natural resources for their own benefit. Egypt can no longer claim these colonial powers to control water outside its borders. The United States of Africa does not recognize the Nile Agreement, the colonial Nile Agreement of 1959, which granted Egypt and Sudan rights over the Nile. Basically, they shared the Nile among themselves, and Ethiopia was not even considered. Did not even get a share out of the waters from the Nile. Yet they actually own most of the waters of the Nile. It comes from Abe River, and we as Pan-Africanists will continue to challenge and reject any kind of foreign interference in African affairs. We'll continue to fight technological racism in Facebook and in any other platform. And this is a wake-up call for Africans to begin creating their own platforms so that we can overcome this systematic racism against people of African descent. We cannot continue being suppressed for more than 400 years. After enslaving us, now they're using technology to enslave us. And whenever we speak about issues that are of interest to the African people, then they immediately block our accounts and continue muzzling our voices. I'm going to continue fighting against technological racism on Facebook so that Africans can have an equal voice and Africans can be able to express themselves without fear of having their accounts disabled or having their pages disabled. The United States of Africa has more than 315,000 followers, and we will continue championing and rallying Africans at home and abroad to come together. There is nothing that is going to stop us. We now have a website where we'll be publishing information, and I'm going to share the link with you so that you can be able to visit our website. Here's the statement that we made regarding the Trump's GAD remarks, and this statement is available in United States of Africa website, usafrica.gov.com. If you visit our website, you'll be able to get a lot of information, and this is where we'll be publishing a lot of content. And if you want to stay in touch with us, you can email us, you can WhatsApp, and we are still working on completing the website for United States of Africa, but as you can see, there's a lot of content already. And there is also a section where we have the library. We have started uploading some of the educational resources. You can just download any Pan-African book, and we will upload more Pan-African content so that you can be able to access. And then contact us. You can just contact us. Thank you, Lamine. You're asking why is Facebook fighting Pan-Africans? Facebook has always been an enemy of Black unity and African unity. They don't want Africans to come together. So this is why they're using their platform to suppress and oppress Pan-Africanism. And this is also a wake-up call for us to create our own platforms so that we don't have to continue begging to these platforms that were created to oppress us. And these platforms that were created to suppress Black voices, it's high time that we create our own platforms so that we can be able to express ourselves without any fear of having our accounts disabled or having our pages unpublished. We have a travel and tourism section where you'll be able to access information about African countries, Caribbean and Pacific. We'll be working on finalizing and compiling all information about these countries so that with a tap of a button you can be able to access information about these countries. If you want to visit any of the countries in Africa, the Caribbean and Pacific, we are going to bring this information close to you so that you can be able to access all this information. Keep on supporting United States of Africa project, and we are going to continue working on the project and also creating our own platform so that we can be able to champion African unity without any fear. I'm extremely disappointed with the kind of harassment that I'm receiving from Facebook. But I'm also looking at solving this problem and coming up with solution, because I know there are so many people that are undergoing this kind of technological racism by Facebook. But we need to provide the solution to the world so that those with different views can be able to express themselves without any fear that the accounts are going to be disabled or they're going to be restricted. Basically, Facebook does not even follow its community standards, and it has now become a platform which is basically targeting people based on the color of their skin. They are targeting people and setting the algorithms in such a way that if they don't want you to publish content in the groups, then if you publish content, immediately they automatically disable your account. And this has been happening for a very long time. But time has come for us to reject this kind of technological racism in Facebook and to create our own solutions. Because this monopoly is what has caused Facebook to continue undermining black voices and to continue humiliating Pan-Africanists. You'll never see a white man with a page, running a page with more than 315,000 followers being harassed by Facebook. In fact, it's much easier for white people to have their pages verified than for a black man or for a black leader to have his or her page verified. And this is designed to continue suppressing black leaders, suppressing black voices, and to undermine the achievements of black leaders and also Pan-Africanists, where you find that pages being run by white people, even if they have 500 followers, they are still verified. But we have applied several times. Though our page has more than 315,000 followers, we are registered in Dallas, Texas. Still, they won't verify our page. But we are going to continue fighting on. Thank you very much for joining. Yes, Lamine, I agree with you. This is the time for us to create our own platform so that we can take back the African market that Facebook is using against us. We thought that probably if Facebook joins the African market, then it's going to respect African culture, but this did not happen. Facebook continues to undermine content about African culture, and this content is in most cases flagged as nudity. And yet we have Facebook allowing nude people who are demonstrating to post their images, and these images are never flagged. But when it comes to black people expressing themselves, dressing in cultural attire, these images are usually flagged. Even in images about slavery, historical images, Facebook usually flags these as nudity. Thank you very much, Lamin, for joining, and all those who have joined this broadcast. I hope that they are going to restore my account as soon as possible. Have a good night and good day wherever you are.